Hello everyone, it's Return of the Jedi. It has been a while, but I'm finally putting up a new video. I've been meaning to do this for months, but well, about a month and a half, but things have been crazy. Life has been good, no complaints, but just been super busy with the holidays and then just getting back in the swing of things in the year. I can't believe January is pretty much done already, but things have just been super busy. So really happy to get back on YouTube with everybody and hope you enjoy this little bit of a collection room update. I do plan to still do my top 10 vintage collection and Black Series figures as of the year's end of last year. Still plan to do that video, but again, just haven't got around to it, and lots changed down here. I've added a lot of cool stuff, so I just wanted to do a little more of an overall update video first to fill everybody in on what's been going on. So hope you all have been well. Happy New Year to everybody, and wish you the best of success, luck, and happiness this year. And anyway, I guess we'll start over here with my Funko section. You know, behind the bar, as everybody knows, I got my Funko Pops are behind the bar here, and I've actually added quite a bit. It might take me a second to figure out which all new ones I got, but I got quite a few from the Ahsoka line. Up at the top, top left-ish there, I got Thrawn, finally. And then I got Count Dooku. I can't remember if I highlighted him in my last video, but that's been a grail one that I've wanted for the longest time. I found it from a seller in Mercari. I sold some stuff to have a little bit of money there, so I only had to pay a little bit to get them, but I got that Count Dooku that I really wanted. And then there's the Thrawn. And then I got Shin. I got Balin. He's right there. And then I got Enoch right there, which is really cool. So yeah, some new Funko Pops. And again, I'll just do a little bit of a overview of the Funko Pop area. So just kind of showing off some of these, some of my favorite ones. I have such a mix of them, which I love. And again, I love the diversity of the Funko line. They do a lot of variants, a lot of deep cut characters. Say to the end of time, we got Ula and we got a Slave Leia in Funko form. So all the newer figures, we're still kind of waiting on new versions of those if and when they ever happen, but we got them in Funko, so super cool. And yeah, I just love the way they look. But some of my favorites, the OG colored Boba Fett right there. Incinerator Trooper, super cool. I love that R2-D2. That's actually from the celebration last year. I didn't go, but Funko put them on the website that you can get them. You got Queen Amidala, Rebels Ahsoka, Episode 2 Anakin, where he's dual wielding his and Obi-Wan's sabers, fighting Dooku. That General Grievous is amazing. Padme, I really like that Cal Kestis. Cad Bane's incredible. Revan. And I love that Ewok where he's playing the drums on the helmets. I think that's so cool, like the Return of the Jedi celebration at the end. So yeah, just my Funkos. And then just got some more down here on some risers, kind of behind the bar. Again, that Hondo's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm a fan, and I got room for some there because I actually did a little more condensing on these shelves below here, and this is something I've been loving doing more and more as time passes. But back behind the bar, we got all of our board games. Again, my wife and I are big game people. Do a lot of board games, video games together. We're two big kids at heart, so it's super fun. And then obviously we got the booze selection there behind the bar. The mini fridge is under the bar for the beers. But yeah, it's just bartender stuff up there. But these little shelves down here, I've been doing different like themes. So they're mostly Funko centric. Like they all have Funko Pops embedded, but just a bunch of other random stuff too that fits them. So anyway, I have a couple of these that have been redone, which was allowed me to clear out some more room up here to add more Funkos, which in theory, I could clear out even more room with some of the specific characters up here to fit even more Funko Pops. So as everybody knows with collecting, you're always inevitably limited on space eventually. So it's like you're always trying to find a way to reconfigure and add more stuff. So I'm kind of happy that I figured that out for a while with these shelves. But basically, I have yeah, just some specific shelves, some of my favorite characters. But I got a Yoda shelf, which has been there, nothing really new there. And the same, I got a Darth Vader shelf, you know, nothing really new there. And then a Boba Fett shelf. I did actually add the retro collection Tusken Boba Fett there. So yeah, good mix. I love how it looks with all these different just items of the characters. So really like that. And then over here I have my Ahsoka one, which I had an Ahsoka shelf, but I've kind of redesigned it. I did pick up a second one of the Black Series Clone Wars Ahsokas. It's just, that is one of my favorite Black Series figures ever. When I finally do my top 10 list, it's definitely on there. I think it's so cool. So I got one on my main Black Series display, and I put one over here. And that's one of the Ahsokas from the Ahsoka show, Funkos. And then just some other random Ahsoka stuff back there. You got some Black Series figures carded. Yeah. And just a mix of Ahsoka. So redid that one, and then the two new ones. Got a Luke Skywalker shelf I'm doing right now, which I absolutely love. So I can add a lot to this, but again, a couple figures. Not in terms of worth or value, but that's one of my personal grail items, the theater edition Power of the Force Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight. Had that 96, 97 it came out. Well, the date's actually on it in the bottom, but I think it was 97 when that special edition came out. But so good. And I got it at the theater. They gave them out to like the first X amount of people, and that was so cool having that. That's one of my proudest things that I own. And then just some other Lukes, yeah, random figures and all different lines and generations of Luke. Who's more Star Wars than Luke Skywalker? Nobody. And just love it. So I'm gonna add some more stuff to it. I think that's pretty cool. That was in one of those like Funko Smuggler's Run or Smuggler's Bounty boxes, whatever they called them back in the day, but that's pretty cool. And that little helmet, that's actually like the Rise of Skywalker training helmet from the scene with him and Leia. And it's actually from my Rey hot toy, which I don't display it with Rey because I want to be able to show her head and face, but like kind of got the idea. I was like, oh, I could put that in my Luke shelf because him and Leia wore those same helmets dueling each other and during that training scene, the flashback. So pretty cool. And then this was awesome too. I got a Droids and Ewoks shelf that is just a mix of droids and Ewoks. Well, the droids specifically are R2 and C-3PO. I gotta specify that, but like kind of paying homage to the cartoons. And I have the vintage collection figures that they re-released of the Ewok and droid figures. So they're back there, and just some random Ewoks and droids. And I love how that Funko piece kind of fuses them together, because remember they thought C-3PO was some sort of god, the Ewoks. Oh. So yeah, it kind of fuses it all, stitches it all together. But I really love this. And that's an old book from like 83. But yeah, so I got, these are my character specific shelves. And again, I really love doing these. I just like the way they look, and I'm adding more to this Luke shelf back here. I got a lot of real estate I could fill up with that. So all these, always finding ways. And then over here, all this stuff's the same, but it's Dark Rey, Kylo Ren, and the Knights of Ren. It's a Rogue One shelf. And then these are all these like specialty golden Funkos and figures. And then this last area over here, as I scoot across the floor, this is all pretty much the same, but I got a Last Jedi shelf here and a Mandalorian shelf here. You know, Pez dispensers. Added a R5D4 now that he's part of Mandalorian. And then last but not least, I got a Hoth shelf, which I think is pretty sweet. So just all things Hoth. Probably my favorite battle in all of Star Wars is the Battle of Hoth. I mean, the Battle of Geonosis, real close second. Real close second. but I think Battle Hoth takes it if I had to pick. So yeah, these are kind of, yeah, just some new shelves I've been working on, playing with, but I love how they're coming out. And again, I love doing this. I just love displaying stuff and, you know, look at our current house specials, what we got going on. And then my vintage collection stuff, I got a lot of new TVC figures. We're actually starting to spill up here now, but I got space. So do have room. I'm gonna keep adding more carded, but I might miss some of the new ones I got, and as always, I apologize if my phone's super shaky, but as everybody who follows this channel knows, it's casual is the theme. But I got the HK-87 Assassin Droid from Ahsoka. Pretty cool, love the card back. And these are new. I got all the new wave. So they're not all together, I mix them up, but I got Krennic, Chopper, Pre-Vizsla, R5-D4. And I also got both the new Revans. So there's the Jedi Knight Revan, because I did find at GameStop the Galaxy of Heroes 2-pack, which I was so pumped to find that. Love it. A little pricey. As most people know, all these things are getting a little marked up, but it's fine for now. But I do love the figures. I love the product. I mean, if that's what it takes to keep the line going, whatever, I'm in. Because we all agree we'd rather pay a little more and get new Star Wars stuff than not get any new Star Wars stuff. So, got that. It's painted over here. I don't think anything. Oh yeah, actually, I got the Chewie, Life Day Chewie from Shop Disney. So cool. So happy they made that. And then I actually got the 3-pack, the Jabba's Goons 3-pack. My projector light's down here, so hopefully it's not too ridiculous. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. I'm sorry. But that's one of them. So that's one. It's got the Book of Boba Fett Luke there. And then, but yeah, that 3-pack of Jabba's Goons is incredible. Hera is there. She is great. And I love how they went with the purple for the pill and the card back and stuff. That's great. Thrawn is there. Squid Head. Again, Jabba's Goons 3-pack, so good. But that's the breadwinner for me. That's my favorite one out of all of them. So cool. Love everything about that. I love this set. Actually, it's a 4-pack. I keep forgetting that because I already had Reese, so I always forget him. But yeah, it's technically a 4-pack. And then there's the other Revan, KOTOR. Easily one of my favorite Star Wars video games ever. Came out in 03 on the first Xbox. It was on, I think later it came on PC and maybe some other stuff, but I've always been an Xbox guy and just love that game. I like the Fallen Order and Survivor games, they're great, but if I had to pick my top 3 Star Wars games ever, I'd probably pick Shadows of the Empire, KOTOR second, and then the newer Battlefront 2, which actually with all the updates and stuff, it ended up being a really awesome game. I put in so many fun hours with that, so really enjoyed that. I just wish there was more to it and they kept it going, but it is what it is. And then not a new figure, but I didn't have it, so it's new to me. But I got the new, or the Padme peasant disguise. As everybody who follows us knows, big Padme fan. So I was really happy to get that. Hope we get more of her in TVC. And then I think that's about it for ones I've recently got on this side. So this wall, yeah, my spotlight's kind of shining down. Try to see. I got the Kenobi, the like dual Zen 2-pack. The Kenobi already passed him over, but that's the Vader in it. I think they titled him Duel's End and the Kenobi Showdown, which I thought was weird. You think they would coordinate them, but it's fine. Still both excellent figures and super cool card backs. And there's the other Jabba Goon. Oh yeah, and Ahsoka, she's down there. But yeah, I think that's about it for my newer TVC figures. But yeah, I just love how these look carded, and I I dread the day of thinking that I'm gonna eventually have to start opening more just to clear out more space. I mean, the beauty of that is then I can start having more of these like playset and diorama scenes, which I also love doing so much. So it's not a major drawback, because setting these things up is probably my favorite thing to do in all displaying, just because it's so fun and there's so much you can do. And I actually have to add a shelf, and I'm currently trying to figure this out because my wife actually bought me this TIE Fighter for Christmas. That's from the Solo line, actually. The 5POA Solo line TIE Fighter, and it's so cool. So I want to do like something with a bunch of TIE pilots and maybe like a battle with, you know, the Rebel pilots and some Imperials. I'm not sure yet, but I think I'm going to add a shelf with that. And then I do have the N1 Starfighter, the Mando one, but it's kind of stored away right now, so maybe that'll be one of the shelves. And then the Ghost is eventually going to be the top shelf because it's huge. So October I have till I figure all that out, but may eventually add one of these, but it's a whole process because I may move some more of the carded figures, gotta add the lighting, stuff like that. So I'm gonna take my sweet time and keep it fun. Yeah, my Ray Build-A-Bear is hanging out with the Ewok on the old Rebel beanbag chair. And yes, two things I'm so happy I got. The Bastila Shan Gentle Giant statue. Sweet. Found that at GameStop on Black Friday. That is awesome. So cool. And I got that, and I wanted this Rey statue for a long time. And Big Bad had it last Black Friday on sale, and I passed on it, and then it sold out, and I was upset with myself that I waited. Well, somehow they returned, and they got more on there this year for Black Friday. I think they were technically even like $10 cheaper, so I finally got it. So really happy about that. But yeah, I like Rey. I think she's cool. I like how erratic she is, and I like the fact that she kind of grew in the films a little bit and confronted her demons to maximize herself. I think that's kind of cool. So yeah, I was happy to get that. And then Black Series is Black Series time. So I know I have a lot of new Black Series figures, and this is probably something that I did more rearranging around than anything else in here, because I actually added a whole top shelf where I basically added more risers and created like a shelf like this up top on the top one, which before was some box stuff. Like I had the Heroes of Endor set was up there still in the box. My Palpatine throne, a real exclusive set, was in the box. So I opened all that stuff, and I'll show you that last up here, but it looks awesome. But I basically had to create more space, and I did. So anyway, I don't think anything is new on this side. HK-87 droid maybe. But yeah, I love that Revan. I love Creel. I love that Tibetan Station Obi-Wan. Skywalker Strikes Luke is cool. I love that Mace Windu. Black Series is such a cool line. Like if I had to pick one, sorry Black Series fans, I'd go TVC, but I do love both quite a bit. Now put my Grievous down here, because I also got the new battle damage Grievous up top, which is cool. So I actually threw the cape back on him to make them look more different from each other. Return of the Jedi Scout Trooper, classic. I love that Miggs Mayfeld too. I mean, I love Bill Burr. I think he's absolutely hilarious and very honest and very real many times, and I think he's great. But that figure especially is so cool. The new Omega, the new Ezra, the Pike Syndicate is there. And then next shelf, what more can be said that hasn't been said about Darth Malgus, the Black Series figure. Everybody loves this one, and for very good reason. But just the size of it, the shelf presence, is an ominous looking figure, and absolutely love it. Stands great, very posable, very detailed. So they did a great job with that. I think it's probably the only new one on that shelf. So scrolling across, have all the season 2 Bad Batch now that I got Omega, but there's the Wrecker, and then oh yeah, the Echo's back there in the top corner, top left corner, the season 2 one. You know, Tech is there. Well, Doc Ondar is good. I actually did not get him from Shop Disney, but I eventually found him on Nerdzoic, so Big Nerdy came through hard on that. So I really got lucky finding him. You may still have him in stock if anybody doesn't have Doc Ondar yet, but I think it's a cool figure. It came with some cool stuff. Way overpriced, to be honest, but it is what it is. And that Cowcus is cool. Remember, I super glued the BD1 on top of him. But yeah, I love the way it's displayed. Yeah, so starting getting up here. So the next shelf. And there's really nothing too new on that one. Chrysanthemum's there, he looks great. Gamorrean Guard and Saw Gerrera, again, 2 of the best Black Series figures ever. You can't really say enough about these 2. Just again, the detail, the sculpting, everything, excellent all around. And then the Duel's End Darth Vader. That is really cool. They did such a good job with that. Put him by Kenobi. Love the Luke. The Book of Boba Fett Luke with Grogu is cool. Orsing is good. Commander Bly is great. Yeah, nothing too new there though. And then you got Merrick or Marak, however you say it. Barack Obama. But he's there. I think it looks pretty cool. I know a lot of people had a problem with like the coloring and stuff, but I think it looks fine. I mean, I don't really care too much of stuff like that, because again, back in the day, figures really were very generic looking, and people were just happy to have them. So I'm more of a product of that school of thought, where I still understand it's a toy, you know, it doesn't have to look like a real person. It's nice if it does, but yeah, accuracy, stuff like that, it's all good enough for me. No, Hu Yang, he's new. Malik is awesome. I think I had him in the last video, him and Bastila already. We got the new Sabine. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, these are new. I actually got these. These are probably the two newest Black Series figures I have, but Starkiller and then Shin. But really happy with both those. They didn't have Balin, or I already grabbed him too. And then almost to the new shelf, or the new part of the shelf. We're just kind of scrolling through. Again, one of my favorites ever, also Count Dooku. Can't beat that. Again, when I do this top 10, I'm not sure how much my top 5 ever is actually going to change, but some of them are just so definitive, they're great. And the Mandalorian Ahsoka is so good, but I do think the Clone Wars one's gonna overtake it. I just like it better. I mean, they're both phenomenal. Every Ahsoka figure they've done in the Black Series is great. And the Hunter, I really like that, the Season 2 Hunter. Which, interestingly, out of the Season 1 Bad Batch figures, Hunter is probably my least favorite. But the Season 2 one, I don't know, it's just those colors. He might be my most favorite. There's the Ahsoka again, so great. And then the Cad Bane, that's like the exclusive, the 2-pack one with all the extra effects. I got Scorch, that's new. All right, and then my top shelf is the new part. Because again, this is by the ceiling. I just had some box stuff up there. And now I'm actually in the process of adding stuff. So adding more figures, created more space. So that's actually the Paplu on the speeder bike, the Return of the Jedi one on the side. And that's from the Heroes of Endor set. And on the other side, I actually have the Scout Trooper, the Mandalorian one in the speeder bike with Grogu. So I got the two speeder bikes on the sides. And then I got the risers and the figures up there like I have been doing on all the other shelves. But then in the middle, I have the Palpatine on the throne, and I have Rey on her speeder up top in the middle. Yeah, just loving how this is coming out, but love mixing up the lines, just having different eras all fused together. But again, some newer things up here. I'll just highlight some real quick. Got the Tusken Chieftain up there. You know, Morgan Elsbeth, really like that. Return of the Jedi Luke. Can't do much better than that. That's incredible. There's the battle damage Grievous I said I got. And yeah, I was happy to open up that Palpatine on the throne. I definitely put the angry face on there. The new R2-D2 is awesome, so necessary, so glad we have it. The new Hera. Enfys Nest figure is cool. That's not new, but that's sweet. And that's actually the carbonized Mandalorian. That's the Mandalorian captain, or whatever his name is, whatever they're calling him. But he's new. And the new Vader, the Return of the Jedi Vader. So to do him different, I have the hand chopped off and he's looking at his helmet reflecting. And I thought it was cool to put him over Padme. So I questioned him, was this all worth it? So, but yeah, I'll kind of pan back a little and show everybody a little bit of the overview of these shelves. But the Black Series collection just keeps growing, keeps getting better. I'm just really happy. So it's not done yet. I got more room to grow up top, and then once again, I will not know what to do until I find more room. But yeah, there's good stuff. And we're already about 27 minutes into this, so I'm gonna try to speed up just a tad, but everybody that's still here hanging out for the ride, thanks for being here. And like I said, I haven't done a video in a while, so it's kind of good catching up with everybody and having a chance to talk Star Wars and show off what's been going on here. So yeah, my Lego section, again, my statues, still love those so much, the Darth Talon and the Padme. And then just Legos here, gaming consoles, books, and then our, you know, retro video games. So yeah, I got room for some stuff in there, but that'll grow kind of, you know, Sega Genesis games and spilling into some 64 games. And then this whole other side is all 64 games. So, and I'm currently playing Golden Axe on the Genesis and Super Mario 64 on the 64. And my Hot Toys, I do have the Padme pre-ordered, so she should be coming sometime in the next half year or so, hopefully. But yeah, nothing really new over here. Just kind of doing a little bit of a pan through, and then obviously that's the TV setup in the gaming area. And outside the Genesis is in 64, I have an Xbox One and a Switch down here, a Switch dock. So last little part of this, and we're at about a half hour, so I'll move a little quicker, but we're about to shut it off. But my sabers, I do have a few new sabers. I have the Yoda saber I was able to get. And I think I showed off the Revan one, the Darth Revan one here, but anyway, there's that, and then the Kenobi from the Kenobi show. So, these are my new sabers I've gotten. I'm kind of pan back a little, let everybody see the lightsaber collection. We're slowly going up the stairs. Yep. And then I put the little propel drones there, which I had them there. I had them before, but I just added them there just for the aesthetic. Looks pretty cool. And then we're gonna end it with my Kenner vintage figures. I obviously told you guys before, I am working on completing the 96. I'm a little bit past halfway now. I'm at like 40, 46 or 47 or so. So I'm about halfway, but I got Ramba complete. That was a great find. And my last video, I mentioned my Paploo was about to be complete because I bought his spear. So I bought his spear and I got 2 blasters for Hammerhead and Walrus Man, and guess what? The package outside got stolen. I was so annoyed. My wife got home maybe 15 minutes after this happened, but I think I paid 150 bucks for Paploo's spear and those 2 blasters. And we saw it on our doorbell camera. The guy hit his face, kind of scooted along our house and just grabbed the tiny box, probably thinking it was like an iPhone or something, just because it was a little small white box. And he probably opened it and was like, what is this? And just threw it out. So I was so frustrated and so annoyed, but that kind of stuff happens everywhere. But so sadly, he is still incomplete, as are they, but it is what it is. It's the only time we've ever had something like that happen here. And you feel like, oh my gosh, this is the beginning when it happens, but nothing's happened since. So we should be fine, but now we're just a little more cautious if it's something a little more higher end that I'm having delivered. So a little annoying, but life goes on. And then I got this Luke, this Bespin Luke. I actually just got him, complete, gorgeous condition. And that's actually my first Luke in the vintage Kenner figures. Love it so much. So happy to have that. So happy to have that. And some of the other Kenner figures, I think I've already had them. So really the Luke is the only new one. And then down here is just some other 3 3/4 figures that are placeholders. But eventually these shelves are going to fit all of the 96. And again, my pin board, my wife and I, when we went to Disney World, got to meet Chewbacca. So yeah, that's about what's up in the collection room, what's been new. And thanks for everybody's patience while I was enjoying the holidays, enjoying life. And yeah, it's been a while, but I'm finally glad to do a video for everybody. And let me know what you think. Definitely like the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. The cantina, the collection room. And may the force be with you all. Thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day.